Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm reading X-Men Gold, issue number 1. Guys, excellent book written by Mark Guggenheim with art by Artie and CF. Guys, I'm loving this comic book. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. This is basically a back to basics, that's what it's called, Back to Basics Part 1. This is literally a back to the drawing board original X-Men versus the world story. Now, we got Terrax in the beginning of this, former Herald of Galactus, and he's starting some trouble, and the X-Men under the new leadership of Kitty Pryde have to kick a little booty here and put the guy in his place. All right, they do so. And it seems like, Colossus is regulated, not just in this battle, but later on also to structuralizing the buildings and, making sure that they don't go all over the place and kill a bunch of innocents, which is really cool, but that can't be his only job. I mean, I'm just saying. And then the X-Men go back home to do what they do best, and that is playing softball. That's right. You can't have an X-Men story without some softball in it. And, if somebody puts some, what's that song, Black Hole Supernova thing from the Twilight movie? Yeah. If they start playing that in the background, it's the exact same thing. Anyway, so you got them playing softball, and they're in Central Park because if you remember from my last review of X-Men Prime last week, that the X-Men moved the mansion to Central Park. Now, Kitty went through a ton of paperwork, a mountain, she said, and, got all legalized. The problem is she never actually got the bill. And this dude comes by, and Old Man Logan's about to just shred the dude. But he comes by, and he's basically the tax man for the city. And it's like, hey, you got the most prime real estate in all of the city, probably all of the world. So, yeah. And I think the next 18 months rent is supposed to be or 6 months, whatever, it's supposed to be like $18 million, something to that effect. Whatever it is, it's outstanding, and there's just no way. There's no way. So I got to see how they're going to deal with this. I got to see how they're going to get the money to do something like this. Maybe they'll make it into a tourist attraction. How sweet would that be? Or get some kind of federal grant, right? Hey, maybe they'll just make it like an ex-sanctuary and make it a religious site so it's tax-free. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, so all of a sudden this new team shows up, and it's a new version of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And there are a bunch of people in here who we will recognize. There's some big Marvel Ultimate Universe Green Goblin looking thing on there, mated with Sauron and, rawr. But anyway, so yeah, you got good guys, you got bad guys, you got a very basic X-Men comic. Now, there was a kind of campy speech here in the beginning with Kitty Pryde talking to the people saying, we're going to regain your trust starting today. She really had me until the starting today thing, okay? I don't know, it's a personal thing of mine. When you say starting today, it literally wipes away everything good that you've ever done in the past. Instead of talking about misunderstandings and mistakes, no, you're talking about ignore everything, good and bad, in the past, which probably indicates that there's more bad than there is good, and that's simply not the case. So that's, just those two words, it kind of killed me, starting today. Not cool. Anyway, guys, I'm still going to give this comic a B+. I enjoyed this immensely. Opens up a lot of storyline. You got some core original members here. You got Kitty, you got Nightcrawler, you got Colossus, you got Rachel Gray. You got the original, not the original, but Phoenix. All right, the what is that? The Days of Future Past storyline Phoenix, who shows up, and she's working with him, guys. Now she changed her name. She changed her name to Prestige. That's really cute. And you got Old Man Logan in here. Now, the dialogue between all the characters was absolutely on point. I loved it. There are so many funny moments in here. There's absolutely no way to recreate it. You have to read the comic to get those good old vibe feelings of all the characters interacting the way they do, and it's just perfect. And if you've never read a single X-Men story before, I think that in general you will be okay to read this comic and get on point, no problem, especially because they got like a 5-page spread at the back of the story, which tells you the entire history of the X-Men. Yes, it's not, complete, but it's more than complete enough. And you will totally be in good hands by just picking up this issue, X-Men Gold. Guys, go to your stores, pick it up if you haven't picked it up yet. Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.